the goal of the first meeting, it's definitely not a sales pitch. It's really focusing 90% on the recruit. And you're talking about either their business, if they're in real estate, or what they're doing now and what they like about it or what they don't like about it, what they're making, what their best years have been like, what their worst years have been like, what their frustrations are, what they're really good at. I mean, you're just focusing on them. I believe in this question, and I use it on all of my strategy sessions. You want to let them know that you are interested in their future. So this is something I learned from a coach. And it's basically you're talking to them about their future and you say, hey, Lisa, so if we were sitting here 3 years from today, you joined the team and everything worked out perfectly, as you could have imagined in your best case scenario, what would have had to have happened for you to feel like you were really successful over that 3-year period? And then just let them talk about what they want from their next 3 years on your team. Then you're going to talk generally about your team. So that's going to give them what's possible. And then you could talk about, if you have a more seasoned team, you could talk about examples on your team. Like, hey, that sounds like, John came from the insurance industry, is making like 60, 75 grand. His first year he did this. And, this year his goal is to make 200,000. And so you can talk about specific examples of how agents, what it looks like to be 3 years into your team. Then you want to kind of talk generally about your team, what you have to offer, your problem of having too many leads, income opportunities in general. So you want to get them excited. So they talked about their future. You've already talked about the pain of what's not working maybe and their frustrations and why they want to make a shift. You do want to be able to show them the back end of a lead gen platform, a buyer packet, buyer presentation, lead management policies, position agreements. Not that you're going to go through all of them, but you want to have some stuff to add serious legitimacy to the process. So you're not just looking to throw a buyer agent at leads, which is kind of, we've all been there, right? But you want them to leave that meeting wanting more. So they've talked about where they're at and some of their frustrations. They talked about their vision for 3 years. You've talked about, well, we've got agents doing that. We can offer this. We have too many leads. Income opportunities are abundant. You've shown them stuff, right? So you definitely showed them that you have a legitimate system that they can step into, and they leave that meeting wanting more. You follow up somewhere in the Google Drive. I have an email that explains kind of, what the goals are for year 1, year 2, year 3. It's also in that training document, the 30-day document. You want to call and follow up. Most agents live in fear, so if they're changing from another brokerage, they may not be ready to jump today, but you can follow up with them. Just keep them in top producer, or keep a reminder somehow to keep following up with them. And it's just a pipeline sort of thing. We had a Google Docs at one point where we had sort of a top 10 agents that we were following up with, and that worked pretty well. And then really, so it's after they give you you probably get together with them one more time. You get them into the office and you extend the offer. And then you're going to sit down and just like at a listing, you go through the listing agreement. There are things in the position agreement that you may be explaining for the first time there, like your splits. Like for me, 10% off the top. I need to do it with them there. If they have an objection, I can handle it right there. And then you're going to go through the buyer lead management policy. They've got the position agreement. You're going to get the training program, the new agent 30-day fast start. You'll get them that program, sign the agreement, and get to work on training.